Hello students, welcome back. Okay. Today we'll be discussing about important questions from Introduction to Information Technology which comes in BBA second year semester 3. Okay. So these are the topics that are there for you in unit 1. Now I'll be telling you which are the most important, how and how will you have to present your answers. Okay. Coming to the first question, the most important questions, block diagram of a computer. Okay, without this you should not even start reading computer subjects. So this is how your block diagram of computer will be, and now you will have to explain each of these points in detail. What you see in the block diagram, you will have to explain it. Okay, see, I don't know if it is important or not, but when you are reading computer you will have to know the block diagram, without which you cannot even proceed reading computers. Okay. Now next comes is your various input and output devices. Now this is very important and asked numerous times. Okay. What you will have to do now, you can see that there are there are 8 input devices listed. You don't have to read all of them, but the most important one is keyboard, mouse, scanner, joystick, and you can use light pen. Okay, so when you do all this is how you will have to write. And when you're telling about keyboard, you will have to even mention the types of keyboard. Okay, keyboard, mouse, you will have to draw the picture as well. Scanner, types of scanners, webcam, light pen, digitizer. What you can do is you can only read 5 of them. Like I've told you, for input devices you'll have to read 5. Now for output devices as well, you will have to read 5. Okay, see, so first important: monitor, printers, plotters, sound cards, speaker, and then you have got different types of monitors. So when they ask you about monitors in detail, then you will be writing this, or else you should not write them. Okay. Just mention 5 input output devices and then you can stop your answer. Now these are again the different types of printers. So they're very simple: impact printers and non-impact printers. Impact, where the print head or the print ribbon strikes the paper. Non-impact, where it doesn't strike, which we are using in current technology. Impact printers were the ones which we used in the older technology. So this is how your answer should be like. Okay. Plotters, you can just ignore this. Then again you have in detail about different types of speakers and other things. So you can just leave them. Not so important, just concentrate on input and output devices. Now comes another important question is discuss the types of memories. And here they are telling you, see, okay, there are 2 different types of memories, primary and secondary. So in primary what it comes, and in secondary what it comes. You will have to draw this in the form of flow chart. So if you required, you can comment it so that I will share the picture of the flowchart. So what you'll have to do here is you'll have to draw the flowchart and then start explaining about each type of memory. Here also you don't have to write how many is listed here. If you write three of each type of memory, that would be fine. Okay, so now when you come here, primary memory is classified into RAM and ROM. RAM is again classified into static RAM, dynamic RAM. ROM is classified into ROM, PROM, EPROM, EEPROM. Okay, so that is how you will have to put your flowchart. If you really like this, drop me a comment. I'll keep sharing this. Okay, now different types of optical disc. This you can just go through it, because you can relate this with your concept, because you have always been using CDs and DVDs. So the different types are mentioned here. You can go through them and you will understand the concept. It is very easily mentioned in CAP applications. Like I've told you, primary memory is classified into RAM and ROM. So this is how your RAM and types of ROM. RAM, told you, static RAM and dynamic RAM. This is how it goes. Once you are done reading memories, now other important concept is software classification and applications. Like two types of software, system software and application software. You will have to read both of them, okay, and of which you cannot ignore operating system. So operating system may see, if you see operating system is most important, you will have to have the functions of operating system. At least you will have to write 6 to 7 functions of operating system when it comes as an essay answer. Okay. Now you can just overlook this concept GUI. Now next very important topic without which you should not even go to the examination hall, which is different types of networks. This is very important. It is very simple. Trust me students, if you read it at one go, you will understand. Network is nothing but how your systems are connected to each other. Okay. So this is your network. This is the types of network. Yes, 5 to 6 you will have to read in each type. How do they work, for which type of area it is there, and when you're writing all of this, make sure you are drawing a diagram for this, okay, without which your answer will not make sense. Okay, so this is about network. Now next important topic is topology. Now topology is again classified into two types: physical topology and logical topology. The way the communication is happening, see, network, you are able to build a connection, but how the flow of communication is happening is decided by the topology. Now this is the most simplest answer of the unit. Different types of topology are this, and everything you will have to put it on diagram. See, like you see as per the name of the topology only, you can see here, you can see bus topology, you can see star topology, here you can see mesh topology, here you can see ring topology. See the way it is being told, like the way it is being named, the same way the mechanism would be working. And the last one is hybrid topology, which is combination of two different type of topology. Now next comes your another important question is communication media. How the communication is happening, what type of cables are we using. So here it discusses about the types of cables: twisted pair cable, unshielded twisted pair cable, shielded twisted pair cable. See, this is how unshielded is. Okay, shielded, you will have the picture here, it is having a covering, and then coaxial cable, and you will be having fiber optic cable. Here it is. So all this you will have to learn. This is one of the again important questions. See, you should not go to the examination hall without reading network, topology, communication media, operating system, input output devices, okay, of which you will definitely be getting one. Now next is TCP and IP protocol. Now for to understand this, you will have to go to OSI model. Okay. So OSI started open system interconnectedness. So what happens is there are 7 layers of OSI model. Okay, I know it's difficult to remember or memorize all of this. So let's try a short form to analyze this. So why don't we start it this way? A, all, P, people, S, should, T, try, N, new, D, dominoes, P, pizza. Okay, so all people should try new Domino's pizza. Now the same way you can relate it with your layers: application, people presentation, should session, try transport, new network, Domino's data link, pizza physical layer. So you will have to read this answer and just give a brief review of what each layer does for you. Okay, now this is with OSI model. That's it, nothing much about it, but it could be asked. So there are two different models how a system is connected: TCP IP model and OSI model. OSI model in the later once, like when it was started, when the networking started, we used 7 layers. Later we started using 4 layers. We have shortcut them. So this is with unit 1, and stay tuned for unit 2.